In Louisville, Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Vanderbilt's offense takes the field to start this game off. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can.
And he breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Pavia. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Commodores will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game. Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in. It's Bell. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Shuck. On target to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll run it on the counter. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals! One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Hold and fired complete.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The give out of the gun. Tackle is made after the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Back to throw, it's Pavia. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Commodores will have it 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is That didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second.
Set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Turner. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. He's got an open man. Puts one in the spin cycle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Defensively, you know you're going up against one of the best receivers in the game. 4 vertical is something you've seen on film a lot. And defensively, you're going to have to mix and match your coverages to try to slow this dude down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. And now it's just going to be a passing game.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air. It's Shuck. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He locked up and held on to bring him down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Now on 2nd down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Louisville!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Makes the grab over the middle. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Trying to get to him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets down with the slide.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Louisville for a fun first half than you? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
A first down for the offense. Unloads to the wideout and wings it incomplete. Second and 10 here. Looking downfield, it's Shuck. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Hands it off. And the Cardinals get enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 43. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Fires to the middle. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting in this direction.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Brown has it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Lets it fly. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra body, some extra tight end.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Vanderbilt offense will take over 1st and 10.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wants to throw. It's Pavia. They'll run the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Comes out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Here he goes breaking the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Unleashes one. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He's going to take off. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Commodores. like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They could make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
This offense has a second down play. They go to the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Shuck. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Going up top on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it, his hands, but it falls incomplete. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Commodores with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Late in the game, they've got the lead. They know the opponent's going to throw the football to all areas of the field. That time in the middle, he was right there. Almost came away with that interception.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's going up top here late in the game. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.